It's time for part 2 of the great pre-modern opening. So grab a beer, come join me. Let's go back to the late 90s. Probably the best decade ever. And really, honestly, the best time of Magic. Um, in any case, we're going to open up 5th edition Tempest and Urza block in this part. It's not going to happen probably again. This shit's getting pretty dang expensive. But let's go ahead and turn in, I don't know what, like $1,000 into $200 and have some fun doing it. So the goal of this is to just open up cards from the pack sleeve, make decks out of them, and just have fun. So all you haters that are about to say, hey, why would you do that? You're not going to get your money back. I don't really care. The same for you. This is for all of us who just want to enjoy seeing some packs opened. So like I said, grab a beer and let's have some fun. All right. 5th edition Tempest Urza block. Man, this is going to be awesome. And I'll start with the old 5th edition starter. So these things are just loose in the box here. No inner seal on them. Just a rattling in there. All right. And if I remember right, these things are all jumbled up. I know the rares are probably on top, and there's like some lands, and there's some stuff in between it, and there's some more lands. This time I open it up right, I think. Here's 3 rares. Let's separate. Here's land. I think this is the uncommons, and then the commons. So, as in all the other videos, I like to shuffle through the land to be able to recreate the starters. I love making starters and playing just starter against starter, maybe a booster, kind of limited pool. It's always fun. All right, here we go. Start with the commons. Got a Paralyze, the old Chubby Toad, Orcish Nose Pickers, Phantasmal Terrain, Circle Protection Blue, Bog Rats, Fog, Mons, Goblin Raiders, Niverate, Death Ward, Tranquility, Bird Maiden. Man, look at the colors on these things. They're so good. Bog Imp, Terror, another Scaled Worm. Oh man, green's going to be full of fatties. Healing Salve, Touch of Death, Nature's Lore, Dan, Shatter, Acacian Scout. Mind Stab Throw. Those are pretty cool. Cat Warriors, Disenchant, Grape Shot Catapult, and Flood. Love Scaled Worm. Okay, we got an Urza's Bauble, Sarah's Paladin, Aetherstorm, Thrall Retainer, Orcish Artillery, Wall of Air, another Gloom, Wall of Fire, and a Hurricane. First rare, Stasis. Make some friends there. Obelisk of Undoing. Hey, you can bring that Stasis back to your hand. And Birds of Paradise. Haha. Not too shabby. Good start for 5th edition block. All right, booster pack time. So I don't know about you guys, but with all the different artwork, I swear this one always comes up with the best cards in it. It's kind of like an Ice Age. I like whenever you open a Jester's Cap art, you never really get anything good, but you get like that, like Dire Wolves or something. You'll get something good. So never go off the art of the booster. I swear to God, you buy the art you don't like and you get good cards in it. All right, showing a Throne of Bone. There's 3 uncommons and a rare. Okay, here we go. Ironclaw Orcs, Stone Rain, Armor of Faith, Raise Dead, Benelish Hero, Carapace, Astonage Transmogrant. Got some gypsies. I don't know if you're even supposed to say that anymore. Got banned. Giant Strength, Battering Ram, and Shield Bearer. Nothing better than drinking beer and opening boosters. Man, this brings you back. All right, first on common, Kismet. Phantom Monster. Different art on these guys. And then we already saw it throwing a bone. What's the rare going to be? Is it going to be a Shivan Dragon? Is it going to be an Assassin? Or is it going to be something like an Obelisk of Undoing? All right, got two of them. If you can get a bunch of Urza's land, it'd be pretty easy to use. All right, moving on to Tempest block. I would love to open up a Mox Diamond, but don't really care too much. I really just want to get some shadow stuff. Man, Tempest block was so awesome. So fun. Brings me back to when I was 17 years old. A whole life ahead of me. I don't know what you guys were doing in 1997, but I was skateboarding, partying, shooting pool, and playing Magic. Look at this rulebook. It's got like a little fray to it. Interesting. Never seen that. Misprint rulebook. It's got to be worth something. All right. So this wasn't sealed. I don't know. Is this one from Belgium or is this from the States? Yeah, this is from the U.S. So once again, I think that if this was in Belgium, it would have an inner seal on it, but the U.S. does not. I don't know where the rares are. I can't remember. So we're just going to go backwards. How's it land? Let's see. It's probably 22 land. Let's just get the land out of here. Yep, there we go. Shuffle to the land here. Artwork on these were pretty cool. Douglas Schuler actually did some pretty cool forests, and Teresa Nelson really knocked the plains out. Islands were all right. Swamps were mountains were okay, but forest and the plains were fire. Got a pretty good mix. All right, let me just take a peek at this so I can see where the. Okay, I think these three are going to be the rares. Uncommon. So let's go backwards. All right, Diabolic Edict. Pretty good little black card. Root Breaker Worm. He's a big old guy. Lightning Blast. Horn Turtle. Cloud Chaser Eagle. Dark Banishing. Love the picture on that one. Elvish Fury. Lightning Elemental. Mana Riders. Respite. Hey, Dothy Horror. There's my shadow guy I was looking for, and it's black. I'm already happy. Mog Raider. Colted Tin Viper. Capsize. Oh my god, that card's so good. That was the most annoying card ever, man. Oh my god. Darkling Stalker. Volrask Curse. COP Black. Blood Pet. Thralls came back. Seeker Skybreak. On tap at creatures. Always good. Stone Rains. Giant Crab. Marsh Looker. Rampant Growth. Flowstone Giant. Spell Blast. That'll go well with the Arcane Denial we got earlier. Advanced Scout. Sudden Impact. Steel Enchantment. I love that guy. Obviously, we're in the uncommons now. Been for a little bit. We'll play Warmth and a Mind Whip Sliver. What do you call this one? Verdigris. Destroy target artifact. That's kind of cool. Instant speed for a green. Segmented Worm. Reckless Spite. That guy's pretty good for black. He destroys 2 target non-black creatures and you lose 5 life. Kind of like Ashes to Ashes from the Dark. Let's see, we got a Apes of Wrath. A 5/4 guy. And a Firefly finishes out the uncommons. See what kind of rares we get here. Let's start with the middle one. Salt Flats. It's like a little Painland. Allurin. Oh, awesome. And Unstable Shapeshifter. Allurin's pretty sweet, man. You could cast, like any player could cast a creature with casting cost of 3 or less, as if it like, I think as an instant, yeah, as an instant, and without paying its casting cost. So it's like your White Knights and all that stuff. Just like, yeah, I'll flash that in. Anywho, that's pretty good. Cool Tempest starter, man. All right, go for the booster now. Let's see if we can't get Intuition. I would love a Dracoplasm or Reigns of Power or Evaporate. What else was in Temps? There's so much good stuff. Verdant Force. Verdant Force would be pretty sweet. All right, beer pause. Oh, yeah. Got the tall boys for this one. Let's just go from the back to the front. Engaging Listed. I think this is the rares and non-coms. I don't know. Probably Root Maze. I think that's the rare. Firefly. Overrun. Shatter. Overrun's so good. I believe that was the rare, though. Root Maze. All artifacts, lands come to play tapped, kind of like a Kismet. Heartwater or Heartwood Dryad. Time Ebb. Lowland Giant. Sky Shroud Elf. Sandstone Warrior. First Strike Pumpable. Sky Shroud Ranger. Dothy Slayer. Another Shadow guy. And it's black. Pretty stoked on that. Elvish Fury. Another Dark Banishing. And what's that? A Cloud Chaser Eagle. Should have known when I pulled the list that that was going to be the uncommon. I believe that's the rare. Cool. Overrun's going to work out good with all those big fat monsters I have, such as the scaled worms that I've been pulling. It's time for Stronghold. Wouldn't it be something? Pull a Grey Pact. Got a good feeling about this one. It's going to be a good uncommon. All right. It's listed, so that's going to be the rare side, I think. So we'll start from the back. We'll do Bandage, Spike Warrior, Spirit, and Core. Now, these guys were pretty cool. They redirect damage from this guy to like a creature you control, or I believe one does like to any target. There's a bunch of these guys. Dungeon Shade. It's a flying frozen shade, pretty much. Fling. Furnace Spirit. Mulch. Dream Prowler. Unblockable. Yeah, I think he's attacks alone. Yeah, he's 1/5. Torment. Enchant creature. Gets -3. Flowstone Shambler. Smite. That might be the rare. We'll go up here. We'll finish maybe with the weakest one. So Calming Licit. Wall of Blossoms. Yeah, that's gonna be the rare. Bottomless Pit. Oh man, this is the rare. Ensnaring Bridge. Ah, cool, man. I forgot that was even in Stronghold. Overall, not too bad of a pack. No Mox Diamond, obviously, but hey, maybe we'll get a guy's cradle. Snaring Bridge, sweet. That card will be really good. Exodus time. Those are the cards you can get in Exodus. Like an Equilibrium. Yeah, sure. City of Traders. I don't really care. I don't really like that card. I don't know why it's $400. So dumb. All right. Probably we'll start from the back. School of Piranhas. What's that? Jackalope Herd. Culling the Weak. That's actually a good common. Reaping Rewards. Dazzling Gaze. Mindless Automation. There's our rare. That's weird. That was already like, that was like in the middle of the pack. That's weird. Okay, so Mindless Automation is an uncommon. Necrologia. Let's say the other uncommons here. Let's go in the back or the front. I guess would be Shield Mate, Nausea, Root Water Alligator, Wayward Soul, Anarchist. Cool. What's that? Core Chant. Redirect to target creature all damage dealt to one creature you control from any source. Let's see here. That's an uncommon, which is Mirazel. Never really pronounced that guy right, I'm sure. I'm gonna butcher a bunch of names. Bear with me. And the last uncommon is a Sky Shaper. You sacrifice it all creatures you control gain flying until end of turn. Pretty decent playability, actually. Mindless Automation. Pretty sweet. All right. That was it for Tempest block. Now it's time for the big daddies. This stuff, you know, $10 for a starter back in 1998, $400 and something dollars today. What do you think? What should we open up first? We'll do the starter. Man, not too many of these get open nowadays, so it's not really worth it. Unless you're doing what I'm doing and you don't care about the price. So these guys come with 75 cards in them and like 30 land, which was pretty awesome. Artwork on the lands on these ones were pretty sweet too. Try not to dig my fingernail into the front of the card. What do these smell like? That smells like 1998. It's going to be uncommons. There's a booklet in there. I'll just leave it like so. All right. We shall shuffle through the land. $30. Oh, that was a rare. Shit. Kind of fucked that up. There's 30 land. Well, we know where the rares are now. There's 3 of them. Okay, so Sicken, Rune of Protection Blue, Tendril Drake, Skittering Scourge, Wizard Mentor, Path to Peace, Ashino Runner, Launch, Gaia's Bounty. Search your library for up to 2 forests and put them into your hand. I got a Dromasaur, Duress, love that guy. Lol, Opal something, Corrupt. Kind of expensive for 6, but you know what? You get your value out of that. Got Pendril Flux, Sarah Zealot, little 1/1 first striker, Goblin Raider. What's that? Veiled Serpent, Venomous Fangs. Who drew that guy? Lawrence Snelly. Goblin Patrol, Pestilence, one of the best commons there are. Fertile Ground, Sanctum Custodian. Ran up to 2 damage to a target creature or player. He's a 1/2. Pretty useful, actually. Rejuvenate. Rune of Protection White. Symbiosis. Bog Raiders. Love that guy. 2/2. Swamp Walk. Healing Salve, Hollow Dogs, Power Sync, Coral Merfolk, Bravado. Bravado is actually pretty good for a common. Enchant creature gets +1/+1 for each other creature you control. It's like a 2 casting cost. Got 4 guys out there. Gives them a pretty big boost. All right, uncommon time. Sarah's Embrace. Those are good. Mobile Fort. Clear. Mana Leech. What's that? Douse? Counter target red spell. Place ability as an interrupt. And it's an enchantment. Sanguine Guard. It's always a good little black guy. I'm going to get some pretty good black cards here. Torch's Song. Well, that's one of those that builds up counters, and then you can sack it to do damage on the red one. I got Sarah's Hymn. Yeah, it's another one of those guys. Builds up counters. Hidden Gorillas. When one of your opponents successfully casts an artifact spell, Hidden Gorillas is an enchantment. If it's enchantment, it becomes a 5/3 creature with trample. And the last uncommon is Exhaustion. God, I love Urza's block. Like every one of the cards was good. Okay, we kind of already saw this one, I think. I don't know how to say that. Umbiliscus. During each player's upkeep, that player pays 2 life or returns a permanent he or she controls to their hand. So if you got a lot of like comes into play effects like a Necrotal or something, like you just bounce it back, play it again. A lot of uses for that guy. I mean, it helps both players, but it's really like it's kind of up to you, right? You can always bounce it back to your hand. All right. Second rare is Sporogenesis. During your upkeep, you may put a fungus counter on it, and then hold on a second. Let me reread that. During your upkeep, you may put a fungus counter on target non-token creature. Whenever a creature with a fungus counter on it is put into the graveyard, put a sacrificing token into play for each of those fungus counters on it. Treat them as 1/1 little green creatures. And then when this leaves play, remove all fungus counters from all creatures. And the last card is a Vaishino Sand Swimmer. Not the best of rares, and this is why a lot of people don't open up this stuff, but goddamn, that was fun. All right, let's put this stuff off to the side here. A lot of cool black and artifacts in this section, part 2. All right, let's say we open up the Urza Saga last. We'll go backwards this time. We'll start with Urza's Destiny. Maybe we can get Elvish Piper. Is that what we want to get in here? Elvish Piper. Let's open this one good here. Okay, uncommons are on the top there. Pause for a beer sip. Delicious. Bubbling Beebles. Wall of Glare. Ravenous Rats. That guy's pretty good. When he comes into play, target opponent chooses and discards a card. So that goes. Excuse me. That goes good with that artifact. All right. Scent of Ivy. Keldon Vandals. Scent of Brine. Caspian Standard. Disease Carriers. Yavimaya Elder. God, it's the best common in the whole set. This guy's cool, man. You when he goes to graveyard, you get to search your library for like up to 2 basics. Put them into your hand. And you can also just pay 2 to sack them to draw a card. So you block with them. Block a big fatty like a scaled worm or something. And then you pay 2 to sack it. And then you draw a card and you get 2 land. So pretty good. Trumpet Blast. Fatigue. Let's go. These are going to be the uncommons. We'll go Incendiary. What is it? Metathran Elite. He's unblockable as long as it's enchanted. Let's see here. Voice of Duty, flying protection from green. And the rare is a Flicker. Return target non-permanent token or remove it from the game and then return to play under its owner's control. So, I don't know, you can play it on that Rats, have him discard another guy. It is a sorcery, so you can't do it as an instant speed like on the block and do something like that, but still pretty cool. Lots of uses for that. All right, Legacy time. I think this is about the time when the first foils came out. I was never a big fan of foils. I always thought they'd peel after like 30 years of having them or whatever. They just like peel off the face of the card. All right, let me let's see here. I think the rares are in the back on this one. Maybe those are all commons. Let's just go from the front. Okay, Yavimaya, Scion, 4/4 Pro Artifacts. Miscalculation, Goblin Medics, Opal Champion, On Earth, Free Folk Mystic, Angelic Curator, Sleeper's Guile, Weather Seed Elf, Bouncing Beebles, Lava Axe. Gotta get that damage in. All right, and then our commons are Mother of Ruins. Target creature you control gains protection from a color of your choice until end of turn. And Peace and Quiet. Destroy 2 target artifacts, or 2 target enchantments, excuse me. And Last Ditch Effort. Sacrifice X creatures, and it deals X damage to target creature or player. Instant speed, too. Yeah, go ahead. I'll block with my army, and then I'll sack and just do him straight to you. All right, the rare is going to be Radiant Archangel. 3/3 counts as an angel. Attacking does not cause it to tap, and it gets +1/+1 for each other creature with flying in play. That guy could be pretty big, especially if you have that one artifact where you sack it and all your creatures get flying, right? He just gets super huge for 1 turn. Time for the Big Daddy. Will we get a Cradle? Will we get another Flicker? Okay, I think those are uncommons, and that's the rare. So we'll go Reflexes, Looming Shade, Angelic Page, Pelorian Winds, Befoul, Goblin Splunkers, Guerrilla Warrior, Dark Ritual. I think that's the first one we fit. Monk Realist, Rune of Protection Green, and Rescind. Return target permit to its owner's hand. It's got cycling. I think these were the uncommons, right? Yep. Okay, Anaconda, Swamp Walk, 3/3. That's pretty good. Turnabout. That's an excellent card. Defense Formations. Instead of attacking player, you choose how creatures attacking you deal combat damage. And the rare is an Endless Worm. That's a big fatty. 9/9 Trample. For your upkeep, you have to sacrifice an enchantment or sacrifice him. But there's lots of cool enchantments that, when they go to the graveyard, come back to your hand type of thing or something like that. So, all right, guys. That was it for 5th edition block through Urza's. Pretty good addition to what we pulled in part 1. On the quest to open up one of every booster and starter, man. We're going to have a pretty good amount of cards to make a deck out of. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Grab another beer and meet me up